4, 3, 2, 1. Four, three, two, one. Okay, so excuse me. I am grateful for this new day. I am capable of amazing things. I am worthy of happiness. Okay, so today I have about 3 decks that I'm going to be reading from. Okay, we just had a new moon in Taurus 2 days ago. We will be having a full moon May 12th in Scorpio. So let's whoa. Okay, let me see something. Okay. So first, we have my heart meditation cards. And I love these cards because they're green. Hold on. I can't see. So I love these cards because they're green. Green represents the heart chakra. Okay. And this is the heart meditation deck. I forgot where I got it from, but this is the first deck that we're going to be reading from. So, you know, before I pull a card or before I do a reading, I always tell people, you know, if you know anybody that has a heavy heart, if you know anybody that needs a good word, a good spiritual word, a good spiritual pick-me-up, please share and repost the live. Tell them about my page, tell them about my Patreon. So if you know anybody that just needs a good word for today, some positivity, okay. Yesterday was Monday. Monday is ruled by the moon. Today is Tuesday. I believe today is a Mars day. Okay, but we are going to get into the reading in a minute. I'm just waiting for you guys. Hold on. Yes, I do readings. Yes, I post on my Patreon. You can subscribe for free to my Patreon. Oh my. Okay. So today's Tuesday. Today is a Mars day. So today we're going to do the work, which is why I have our heart meditation cards here. So again, if you know anybody that needs a good word, we're going to begin shortly with the energy reading for today. And we are starting with the heart meditation cards. Okay, I usually like to get to about 3,000 likes before I pull a card. But whenever it's a Tuesday, I was born on a Tuesday, so Mars is my pappy. Mars says, girl, you have to do the work. That's why you were born on my day. Okay? So, sorry, I'm a Leo. I have to look at myself. Okay. The first, hold on. Let's see. The first card that I chose that came out, right, is the number 1. This is clarity of belief. You can see this gentleman holding his heart. You can see this gentleman reaching slash giving. And I also want you to pay attention to the colors in the card, the position of him, okay, on the card. Clarity of belief, right? So let's see what this card says. Clarity of belief. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to pick one more heart card. Okay, so now the indigo, it says the indigo borders, right, of these heart cards are the swords. So we've gone over the swords already in tarot. That has to do with your mental, with your mind, okay? The blue borders in these cards represent communication, thoughts, ideas, intellect, and the workings of the mind, as well as obstacles, difficulties, decisions, and power. Okay. Let's see. Clarity of belief. Clarity of belief. Okay. So you guys can see that I'm reading from the right page. Okay, please share and repost the live. Please share and repost the live. Okay. So now, the keywords for this card, right? This is the card that we pulled. Clarity of belief. This is the card that we pulled. It says, great potential is around you to define who you really are at this time in your life and to determine what your beliefs are regarding love and commitment. Discard any outdated ideas about how a relationship should function and what the proper roles should be. Decide what you need and what you're willing to give. Different relationships will require different strategies for success. You need to be flexible and open-minded. Bring a breath of fresh air to your way of thinking about love and partnerships. I'm going to read that line again. Bring a breath of fresh air to your way of thinking about love and partnerships. When you have gained clarity, gently communicate this to other people with whom you're in a relationship. Explain how you would like to see the relationship change or grow, and exchange ideas on how each of you might alter your behavior to make this happen. Act upon your new insights and transform your relationships. I don't know how you all feel about that, but whenever you know you're feeling like you don't know whenever you're feeling like you're in the dark, or you don't know what to do, you don't know what to think, you don't know where to go, you don't even know what path of thinking that you want to be in, the best thing to do is nothing. Okay? There is, you have to understand that whatever is in you is going to eventually come out. So you have to have some level of foundation to yourself, to the point where you're like, you're steady. You're steady in the ground. Good morning, darling. You have to have a solid foundation in the ground. Okay? If I miss anything, or if I miss any questions, please let me know. I'm going to pick one more heart card for Tuesday, because I feel like, I remember I said today is Tuesday, which is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the planet of action. So today is a good day to get up off your ass and do something, because at the end of the day, you don't want to let you down. You don't want to let you down. That's all that matters. You don't want to let you down. That's all that matters. Okay? So let's pick one more heart meditation card, and then we'll move over to the other decks. Also, I was born on a Tuesday. So I'm depending on the day that you were born, that will determine like your attitude towards, life. That will determine like, how you show up. It's kind of like your rising sign, because your rising sign is, your personality to the world. Your rising sign is how people view you, right? It is how you show up. So Sunday obviously is ruled by the sun. Yesterday was Monday, that's the moon. So when I was in my live, I put some focus towards the moon. Today is Tuesday, that's ruled by Mars. So like I said, that's the planet of action. We're going to do action today. We're going to do the work. Tomorrow is Wednesday, that's Mercury. So we'll talk a little bit about Mercury. Thursdays are Jupiter days. That's like the knowledgeable days. Those are the days that you should be reading, talking to an elder, talking to a teacher. Thursdays are the best days to get a reading. So in the future, if and when you book me, maybe, look at the days of the week and see what day you would like to have a reading with me. Maybe on the day that you were born. You never know. When you tap into these things, you're able to place yourself in divine alignment faster, basically. Friday is Venus Day, obviously, because that's the money day. That's a lot of the days that people get paid. And Saturday, Saturn Day. So, yeah. Okay, let's do one more heart card. And just for the record, even though today is Tuesday and it's ruled by Mars, the moon is currently in Gemini. Gemini is the planet of information. So try to get as much information as you can from this live. Try to get as much information as you can from my page, from my Patreon. Let's see. What's up, Ray? Is it over between me and Brandon? Ray. Okay, Rainisha. Hi, Rainisha. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You have to tell me, you guys, is, again, when you come in my lives and you ask me a question, you have to tell me your age and you have to tell me your birthday. You have to tell me Your age, you have to tell me your birthday, and whoever you're asking me about, please tell me their age and their birthday as well. Okay. So the last heart meditation card before we move on to another deck is Opportunity Beckons. Opportunity beckons. So again, let's look at the colors. Let's look at the positioning. What's that? A Scorpio and a Pisces? Yikes-a-roni. So here we have Opportunity Beckons. A Scorpio and a Pisces. It depends on what he's doing for you. If he's not doing anything for you or contributing to your life, you might as well just let it go anyway. I mean, we're at an age where we can't play around. Because I'm over 30 as well. And if they're not adding to your life or adding opportunity, everybody tries to act like, you know what I don't like? Before I read this card, I'm going to tell you what I don't like, right? Okay, and just for everybody that's new here, I'm a Leo. I have a Taurus moon and a Sagittarius rising. I don't like, right? And this is not tailor-made to anybody on the live. This is not tailor-made to anybody. This is not a tailor-made story. This is just something that I just don't like. I don't like when people, my sinuses. I don't like when people act like they're perfect. I don't like when people, again, this is not tailor-made to anybody. This card just reminded me of something. I don't like when people act good all the time or try to act like they're good all the time. It's just not gonna work. Oh, I thought I heard something. Like, everybody has something going on. Everybody is thinking about themselves. Everybody is looking out for their own best interests. And I say this to a lot of young people nowadays, but I see that I have to say it to everyone. I have to get the message out there to everyone. No matter who it is, no matter what's going on, if that person is not benefiting you in any type of way, why are you there? If you're not paying my bills, if you're not making my life easier, I don't even need to be bothered with you. A lot of people take up too much mental space, and a lot of people always try to act like, oh my God, like, why do... Again, this is not tailor-made to you or to anyone. This is just a general topic. This is just a general conversation. All I'm saying is, like, everybody tries to act like, oh my God, like, why do relationships have to be transactional? Like, what about love? When I pay my bills, you think I write love on that bitch? When I go get something to eat, you think I write love on the credit card receipt? Or do I slam a mother Amex down? Do I slam $100 bill down? Do I slam the dollars down? Everybody always wants to act like they're so good and they're so great and they want love and the fairy tale out of their relationships. It's never going to happen. You have to create your own type of fairy tale. All relationships are transactional, because if not, you're useless or you're being used. And I can tell you right now, spiritually and energetically, that is not the way to go. You never want to be used, and you never want to be useless. Okay? Because there's a very, very thin line. All relationships are transactional. Stop living your life like it's a fairy tale. All relationships are transactional. If you love the person, congratulations. That's a cherry on top. But all relationships are transactional. All relationships are transactional. There's no way around it. Because if you're around people that are not benefiting you, or if you're the smartest person in the room, how do you grow? I want people to stop pretending like relationships are not transactional. I want people to stop pretending like they're not getting what they want from somebody that they like. And you like them because you're getting what you want. Who doesn't want what they want? Okay. Okay. We have opportunity beckons, and then we're gonna move on to the next deck. Hold on. Okay, so the keywords for this card are boredom, disillusion, vigilance, action. It says, hold on. It says, often in affairs of the heart, you may become complacent, even bored with what you have. You forget to see the magic of your interactions with others and fail to invest time and effort to maintain the human loving link. If you've been looking for a relationship for some time without success, you may become disillusioned or discouraged, no longer believing that a relationship will manifest. Your enthusiasm diminishes, and you no longer provide the universe with the energy needed to produce the relationship. The same is true of struggling too long to improve an existing relationship. Now is not the time for complacency. That's that Mars. That's that planet of action talking. Now is not the time for complacency. This is your opportunity to attain what you've been seeking or to improve what you have. It requires vigilance, action, and enthusiasm. Lift your spirits and look for the opportunity that will present itself. Then act. That is a perfect card for the Mars day today on a Tuesday. Hold on. Also, for those of you who are new here, I specialize in Kundalini Yoga, which is of the spine, and I do a practice called color therapy. So if you see any color therapy practices out there, I am your OG. I am the originator of color therapy. So if you see any out there, that's not me. That's not the moon lady. They got it from me. Any type of color therapy, they got it from me. I am your OG. I am 15 plus years doing this, and I won't be overlooked. They got that from me. I started color therapy, and that's that on that. So let's get to the colors. I have so many, you know what's crazy? I have so many color therapy videos. They're just all archived on my Instagram because so many people started talking about color therapy. So many people started talking about emotional intelligence and thinking about what you're thinking about and being the observer. That's your girl. That's the moon lady. Okay? So now we have to learn about the keys of the colors. I have that breakdown on my Patreon. So like I said, you can subscribe for free to my Patreon as well. Every single thing, I call my Patreon like a modern day Bible, because that's what I want to write. I'm writing a new aged Bible, because the Bible is just stories of astrology. So these are my color cards. I love them. They make me happy. Look how cute, my babies. I love them. And they're shiny, they're soft. I want more. If you guys know any good websites for tarot cards, let me know. But yes, let's pick a card. Please share and repost the live. Please share and repost the live. Subscribe to my Patreon for free. Hold on one second. Again, the moon is in Gemini, and Gemini is the sign of information. I also have a subscription package, and with my subscription packages, I do personalized readings. So there will be days where I will only be going live for my subscribers and answering any and all questions for them and doing readings for them. So if you're interested in that, that's there as well, because that will be happening. All of my material is on Patreon, but as far as readings, they will be here. Generalized readings will be here. And then, like I said, the readings for personalized, I think it's like $3 a month. I think so, yeah. So yeah, I will be doing the sub lives only for like Q&A, personalized readings, questions like these that come up, you know, blah, 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 blah. Will so-and-so this, will so-and-so that, you know what I'm saying? And I love how I get these questions, but nobody asks me ever how to improve themselves. That's the real tea. I'm over 30, so, and I'm from New York. So my tongue is a sword. Okay? My tongue is a sword. I don't want to hear no hoopla. And I'm a mother. Don't ask me nothing stupid. Cause I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm never going to tell you what you want to hear. And I'm not sorry about it. I care about your soul and your mind. You have to heal your own heart. I have been a meditation teacher for over 15 years. I've been doing readings around about the same time. Therapy can only help you as much as you help yourself. You know why? You know why they call miracles miracles? Because they're literally so easy to achieve. You want to know a secret? A miracle is literally just a change of perspective. Instead of typing the frown, you could have just typed a smiley face. You can literally change your mood by changing your mind. You have to understand the order. You have to understand the order that things go. Okay, when it comes to your well-being. When it comes to your well-being, your breathing controls your mind. So that's why when people are afraid or they're like anxious, you have to slow your ass down. You don't have to think about everything all the time. Your breathing controls your mind, and your mind controls your body. I promise you, it is that simple. If you want to slow down your thoughts, slow down your mind, you need to slow down your breathing. Please remember that order. Your breathing controls your mind controls your body. 90% of our illnesses and diseases come from the mind. I'm not talking about natural selection and car crashes and shit. I'm just talking about everyday living, everyday thoughts. Okay? And that's how I know. And that's how I know the people who stole my shit. My color therapy, my meditation tactics, my emotional intelligence theories and teachings. That's how I know they not doing it right. Because if they were doing it right, y'all wouldn't be asking me these type of questions. This knowledge would have permeated already. I don't remember where I got this shirt, to be honest. It was so long ago. I think I've been this size. I've been this size since high school. So I genuinely, I don't know anything that happened before 2024. I live in the future. I live in the future. All right. I forgot what I was talking about, but that's okay. This is a Gemini moon that we're under right now. This is a Gemini moon that we're under right now. So we need all the affirmations and information that we can get. Again, subscribe to my Patreon. Everything is there. All the full and new moon readings. Hold on. It's patreon.com/thecreativecure. Patreon.com/thecreativecure. I have everything on there. Everything is here. Everything is here because I had to take. I told you, a lot of my color therapy was being stolen, so I had to take everything off of my Instagram and put it here because I couldn't take it anymore. Like people stealing my words. As a creator, you know what that feels like. But the color for today, let me see. Okay. What came up was the color black. It says death. And then the color orange, rejection. This is also another quote that was stolen that I'm sure you guys have heard a lot, right? About rejection being protection and redirection. Yeah, I said that too. That was stolen as well. So think about what you're thinking about or see or feel when you see these cards, right? Death and rejection. To me, it symbolizes an ending and a beginning, because beginnings and endings are synonymous, right? For something to begin, something had to have ended. So it's all synonymous, right? Before anybody's like, oh my God, I'm not gonna, right? Before you do all of that, your mind is the most powerful tool that you have. And if you're going to waste it on negative thoughts, you need to reevaluate yourself. Nobody is forcing you to think or have the perspective that you have. That's all you, boo. That's all you. Okay, so when it comes to colors and me evaluating these colors, this is telling me that there's a void. an ending. Okay? Space. Dead space. Whatever you're clinging to, whatever you're holding on to, you might as well just let it go, because it's dead. It's gone. You may want to get rid of old flowers that you may have gotten from somebody that you probably don't even speak to anymore. When you let go, you surrender yourself to the universe's blessings. When you let go, you surrender yourself to the universe's blessings. When you let go, you surrender yourself to the universe's blessings. You can't take everything personal. You can't take everything personal. You can't continuously fight for things that only deplete you. That's why you have to be the creator. You have to create your own safe space, especially in here. Okay? Because the world, what does the world do? The world constantly pushes and shoves, pushes and shoves, pushes and shoves. When are you going to push back? And half of the time, a lot of the stuff that you're thinking about, it doesn't even belong to you. These are long-held beliefs and thoughts that you have been taught. Okay? Remember that a lot of life is unlearning. A lot of life is unlearning. Let's get to the fun cards. Let's get to the fun cards. The regular cards. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. So we have our major arcana. Arcana is just a fancy word for tarot. This is the Thoth deck, however you pronounce it. This is my favorite deck, right? Let's see. Here. Okay, I have all the cards here. As you can see, these cards are real. And I'm a real person. I am not AI. I live and breathe. Okay, I have a chest cavity. I have a rib cage. This is not AI. Although I'm playing a character, this is not AI. We are all playing characters, but this is not AI. These are real cards. I'm a real person with a heart and a brain. You gotta say that now. It's 2025. We are long far gone. Long far gone. Okay? Okay, what card is this? You see, we were talking about the mind. And today today the moon is in Gemini. So this is a perfect card. This is the 8 of Swords. Down here it says interference. The 8 of Swords. I don't know if you can see the symbols. Right, but they're here and here. You see that says that is Jupiter in Gemini. Those are the symbols for Jupiter and Gemini. Okay? Again, Jupiter in Gemini is of the mind. You're not taking enough time to meditate. You're not taking enough time to settle down. When you get home, you're still moving around. When you're out and about, you're doing too many things at once. There is a deep need for you to sit down and truly meditate. For once, there is a deep need for you to sit down and meditate. For once, you have a lot of mental anguish and stress that you need to release. Let's see, how can this be done? How can this be done for the collective? How can we help the collective? Oof. Whoa. What are y'all going through out there? Okay, so we had the 8 of Swords, interference. right? Eight of Swords, interference. But then we have the Five of Swords also, which says defeat. So we have the interference of the mind driving us crazy, which has manifested into the Five of Swords, right? Which means that all of these battles were in your mind. All of these sharp thoughts and deep things were all of the mind. And now you're fighting other people. Now you're getting into it with other people. You have all these questions and all this animosity and all this rage for other people. You got to get it together. And then the Princess of Swords. Princesses are the pages. Hold on, I gotta read this because y'all are driving yourselves crazy out there. That's what these cards are telling me. And that's not a good thing because, like I was saying in the other live for the full moon, you're gonna need to be careful with everything. Not just your mind, but the people that you engage with, the people that you have sex with, the people that you're intimate with, the people that have to touch your body, you know. Remember, for the full moons, you should not be getting any type of surgeries. You need to be careful at the doctor. This is a Scorpio full moon, so that's why I said you need to be careful. You can get a freaking STD. You can get a little itch, scratch down there. So you need to be careful with who you sleep with around this time. Okay, a little itchy, scratchy. A little yucky. So please love yourselves. Okay, so I'm gonna read this last message and then I will be on my way for the day. I will be on my way for the day. You are realizing that you have to change your thoughts in order to succeed. You'll need to this is everything that I've been saying, so the cards are just repeating what I'm saying. You have a lot of profound thoughts right now that will seed new activities. You'll need to take your new perspective and implement it. You could possibly lose your temper, but it will adjust. Someone from your past will materialize. You'll get a phone call and run into this person. It's someone you've been thinking about. Your thoughts seem very powerful at this time. You feel the need to move your thoughts into the realm of activity. You start researching something important to you. This will take you into a completely new direction. This could also indicate that someone is spying on you. They could simply like you a lot, or they could have ill intentions. If you want to know who that is, DM me for a reading. This person or message will be relayed super fast. It'll be the quickest way possible. It'll also be a short message. It may not be life altering, you know what I'm saying? Or it could just be a piece of gossip. So people could be gossiping to you at this time, but you need to be careful who you're dating. They could be trying to spy on you, get mass amounts of information. In your relationship, you could be suspicious a lot. You could be fighting a lot. You could be paranoid a lot. So I feel like, yeah, this is all on you and how you're changing your mind. Just remember that the moon is in Gemini today, so try to get as much information as possible as you can.